Today we're covering Earthbound, another game by the Japanese that was misunderstood, but later went on to become a cult classic in the West. Welcome everyone to Level Up, a show by gamers for gamers. I wanted to start off by talking about Ness, a Nintendo character that a lot of us know, but some do not know where he originated from, at least I didn't until I played this game. The first time I've ever seen Ness was in Super Smash Bros. As a playable character for the N64. I knew all playable characters involved came from popular Nintendo titles, but Ness was the only character I just didn't know where he originated from. Now, I'll admit the first time I heard of Earthbound was while watching a Game Theorist episode about Ness, and MatPat mentioned that his favorite game is Earthbound, and it struck my curiosity. At first I was skeptical, I'm not much of an RPG fan myself, but this game surprised me, and once I picked it up I couldn't put it down. The gameplay is so simplistic, but it's also immersive and addicting. Earthbound is a game that was released in the fall of 1994 in Japan and hit the Western market that next summer. It was released under the name of Mother 2, a sequel to the popular Mother 1 for the NES in Japan, but was renamed Earthbound to avoid confusion in the West. While it became a big success in Japan, it wasn't as revered in the Western market. It was a before-its-time RPG that was later praised for its unique humor, gameplay, graphics, and storyline. As was tradition with Nintendo, Earthbound was developed in Japan and then localized in the United States, a process in which the game is translated to English from Japanese for Western audiences. You join Ness, a young boy who lives in Onett with his mom and sister. He's awakened late one night by a meteor that has fallen to Earth on the hill near his home. His neighbor Pokey comes to his house in the middle of the night and asks him to help locate his brother Picky, who went missing. The two find Picky sleeping up against a tree next to the meteor. The three boys encounter an insect from the meteor named BuzzBuzz, who has come from the future to inform Ness that he is the chosen one, and it's his job, along with two boys and a girl, to record the melodies of the 8 sanctuaries into a sound stone, unite his power with the Earth, and defeat the evil alien presence that is Gygus, and save the world. You and your party, Ness, Paula, Jeff, and Pooh, encounter a different array of interesting characters on your journey through the different worlds collecting the 8 melodies, from bag ladies to hippies and even trees. Yes, you heard me right, trees. There is no shortage of variety in this game. Earthbound plays like any normal RPG. You have your party, the combat is turn-based, and you level up and equip your party with the best items and skills to progress further in the game. It does away with the oh-so-familiar and oh-so-frustrating random encounter battle mechanic that is synonymous with the typical RPG. Instead, physical contact with the enemies initiates battle in this game. I personally like this battle mechanic opposed to the former. Whenever a character receives damage, the hit point box gradually rolls down, similar to an odometer. This allows players the opportunity to heal the character or win the battle before the counter hits 0, after which the character is knocked unconscious, which I personally like. There are some differences between the Japan version and the North American version. One of the ones I noticed that was most different was the world of Magicant inside Ness's mind. If you have played the game, then you'll know that in the North American version, Ness is in his striped pajamas, with bare feet and no red hat. Take a look at the same world in the Japan version. Ness is naked. There are other differences as well. For example, the insane cultist enemy in the Japan version doesn't have a puffball at the end of his hood, making it look a little too close to a KKK member, so to avoid any outraged parents, they made this change. A lot of the changes that were made were either to avoid lawsuits or avoid outrage from parents. The final battle against Gygus is by far the most challenging in the game. Upon activating the final sanctuary, Ness falls unconscious and enters a strange world composed of his dreams, Magicant. There he encounters his nightmare. After defeating it, Magicant vanishes, and Ness becomes much stronger because he has conquered Gygus' influence over him. After awakening, Ness and the group return to Saturn Valley, where Jeff's father, Dr. Andonuts, has finished the Phase Distorter, a time-traveling device. Dr. Andonuts explains to the kids that the machine cannot warp them to the past in their current form, since life cannot withstand the warp through time. In other words, time travel would likely destroy their human bodies. To remedy this problem, Dr. Andonuts proposes to them that they have their souls transplanted into robotic bodies, warning them that he doesn't know whether or not this process is reversible. Despite this critical warning, they are willing to take the risk regardless. Now in the form of robots, Ness and his friends use the phase distorter to travel to the past, where they encounter Pokey and Gygus, who, in order to contain his massive power, has been sealed inside the Devil's Machine. Pokey informs the group that Gygus became so powerful that his mind was completely destroyed. The group defeat Pokey, who then shuts off the Devil's Machine and releases Gygus, trapping the kids in a chaotic dimension composed of his own indefinable being. Since Gygus is too powerful for Ness and his friends to overcome by fighting, Paula begins to pray, reaching out to the inhabitants of the Earth, including family members and friends, who all pray for their safety. The combined prayers of both Earth's inhabitants and the player reach Gygus and exploit his weakness, which turns out to be human emotions. As a result, Gygus vanishes from existence. With all the damage he has done to Eagleland and the rest of the Earth erased from history, the souls of Ness and his friends depart from their robotic bodies, travel back to the present, and return to their respective bodies. Earthbound is a great game with simple gameplay and immersive story. I give it my rating of 10 out of 10. If you haven't played it yet, please go pick up a copy. It's well worth it. I love this game. I hope this review gave you a little insight into my opinion of the game and maybe influenced you to play it yourself. If so, please do. It's a great game. And with that being said, this is the first episode of Level Up, a show that I intend to do every week about different games. So if you have a game that you'd like to see me review or play, please leave it in the comment section below or on my Twitter page at twitter.com/compwiz92. As always, I'm compwiz92 and I'm signing out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like below and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, if you like this video and want to see more, subscribe today for additional content. Also, please feel free to connect with me on my social media pages. I live stream on my Twitch account, and I would love to hear suggestions for future episodes on my Twitter account. This is compwiz92 and I'll see you next time.